With temperatures soaring and fall sport practices on the horizon, coaches and athletes need to be careful before hitting the field. Brian Koleski spoke to a football coach and an athletic trainer about how they prepare and schedule practices during the heat. He joins us live tonight. And Brian, what did you hear from them?
Yeah, Griffin, out here I can definitely feel the heat, but the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency said approximately 9,000 student athletes are treated every year for heat-related illnesses. Coaches say they do everything they can before practices.
Most of our coaches are pretty good about understanding that, the middle of the day is a no-go. So we practice primarily in the mornings. We're going to start around 8 a.m. Also monitoring the wet bulb load tip, and that can give us a more accurate reading of exactly how hot it is.
The higher the temperature on the wet bulb test, the more concerned coaches and trainers get. If it's in the red or black on the instrument, that is when they consider other options for practice. Jonesboro head football coach Tyler George said that safety is their #1 priority.
That's one of the top things that we're worried about as a coaching staff is taking care of our kids. Mom and daddy sent them to us, so we want to send them back in the same shape that they came to us.
He said that early practices and prehydration is key to making sure their athletes are ready to go when they do practice in the heat. Brooklyn athletic trainer Brian Griffith talked about what their protocol is when a player starts to feel the effects of the heat.
The biggest thing that you have to have ready, in my opinion, is a cold plunge or a way to rapidly cool your athlete. But having a cold plunge available with a couple coolers of ice to dump in that to submerge the athlete to the neck.
Both Griffith and George said the best way also to prepare for practice in the heat is to get acclimated, because eventually they will have to practice and play in the heat.
Tell our kids, like, hey, we know it's warm outside, but we got to play on Friday nights in this weather, especially those first 2 or 3 weeks of the season.
That takes anywhere between 10 and 14 days to really kind of get used to the heat. So being outside, doing some yard work, just helping out around the house before your first day of practice is going to be advantageous. Your first day in the heat shouldn't be your first day of practice.
Both Griffith and George stressed to me that heat-related incidents are completely preventable, but it takes a team effort between the athletes, the athletic staff, and the parents. On the weather deck, Brian Koleski, KA News.
All right, thank you, Bryant.